Konbanwa.
I'm Emily and this is Jake, and we're doing reviews on movies. Today's review is going to be on Tusk. So what Tusk is, it's a movie that my mom found.
It's a horror comedy written and directed by Kevin Smith, the guy who also made Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Mallrats, and a plethora of other movies that were all better.
Plethora.
Vocab
A
word
Google
of
Plex.
the day.
Anyway, so in this movie, it stars the Mac guy
and Michael Parks, and Justin Long is who she's talking about.
Yeah, if you don't know who the Mac guy is, it's Justin Long. He was in Live Free and Die Hard, and he is most famous to me for the Mac commercials. So, the Mac guy, his character name is Wallace. He is part of a podcast, called the Nazi Party.
To join the Nazi Party.
The Nazi, as in Notsee. So, this pretty much is like he goes and he interviews YouTube stars.
Weird people in general. People who do dumb stuff on the internet.
People he can make fun of. And he interviews them and talks to them, and then he comes back onto his podcast and he talks to his friend who is the Nazi Party, because he didn't go, and he tells him about talking to these people, and it's hilarious.
It's actually kind of funny.
It is funny. The beginning, like watching them work, is hilarious. So that's why I was confused watching it at first. Is the first thing I thought is this is not a horror movie. This is not set up like a horror movie. Like horror movie to me is Scream and The Grudge, where it's like immediately you're like, who is gonna get killed?
So this guy gets to Canada, Montreal.
Yeah, he's gonna go interview this guy in Canada.
He's going to interview the Kill Bill kid, who's this parody of the Star Wars kid. So, anyway, when he gets here, he finds out that that kid accidentally killed himself.
Yeah.
Killed himself, sir? With his own fucking sword. You believe that shit? I'm not fucking kidding you. Couldn't hold out for 2 more days. Selfish little peg-leg piece of shit.
He's upset, so he's in this bar, because that's what everybody does when they're upset, and he finds in the bathroom, I don't know why it's in the bathroom above the urinals, but this board of, like,
advertisements.
So, one of them was this guy asking for someone, like, free rent if you just do some chores and, like, someone to live with, and he traveled the world and has all these stories, and he's stuck in a wheelchair, so he needs help.
So this guy is like jackpot, right?
Yeah, he is stoked. He just found the pot of the gold at the end of the rainbow and kidnapped the leprechaun. That big a deal.
After, like, a 2-hour drive, this guy gets there. It's called Pippi Lane, this house.
And he gets into the house and meets this old dude, and I don't remember the actor for the old dude.
Michael Parks.
Michael Parks.
He plays Howard Howe, this old guy stuck in a wheelchair.
Yes, so, Michael Parks, I think he's a fabulous actor.
He's really great. He captures the whole crazy guy.
He is crazy good at crazy. And, so what happens is they're drinking tea, and Mac guy gets, like, a date rape drug slipped into his tea, and passes out. Like,
he gets roofied.
Yeah, he gets roofied. He wakes up in a wheelchair. Super poisonous spider bit his leg was the story, and, like, he's saying this doctor came, and then they had to take drastic measures, and then Mac guy takes the blankets off his leg, and he's missing his leg!
And it's all scarred up and gross and red looking.
Like, his leg's all sewed up, and, like, he's acting out. I would act like, I need a phone, I need to call, where is this doctor? I never said a doctor could chop my leg off. What is going, like, he's freaking out. So they're having dinner, and he's like, I can't move, what did you do to me? Let me go, and he's yelling, and all of a sudden, old guy stuck in a wheelchair stands up. and he freaked out, and he's yelling, and it's great, and then he reveals his plan of why he's doing this.
I've been constructing a very realistic walrus suit. And I believe with just a few minor modifications it will fit you perfectly.
If you live as a walrus.
You live as a walrus. Because he used to have this best friend walrus named Mr. Tusk. And he's making people into walruses. Or I guess, like, he took people's skin and sewed a walrus suit.
It's gross looking.
Before he gets turned into the walrus, he does find his phone and calls his girlfriend and his best friend who's on the show with him, who happen to be sleeping together. They freak out and they go to Canada like a normal person. And none of the cops know what they're talking about, and nobody's seen him, and the only way to find this guy is to talk to this investigator in Canada, who is Johnny Depp.
I'm Guy Lapointe, that is my name, Guy Lapointe, and I spent 20 years as the inspector of the Sûreté du Québec.
But he's been investigating because I guess people have been going missing for years, and famous people, and nobody caught this guy. And it's weird. I have no other words for that character. Johnny Depp really, I've always thought Johnny Depp is a phenomenal actor, so he does a great job.
He always does a great job at weird characters.
I know.
But the ending is where it gets ridiculous.
The ending gets ridiculous.
It ruined one of my favorite songs from the water is wide thing.
Water is wide.
I love that song, and it's ruined now because now all I can think of is a guy in a walrus suit.
If I had to give it a rating, I'd say 3 stars.
I give it a 2.5 only because Kevin Smith was directing, and yeah. I love Kevin Smith with all of my soul.
Yeah. If you're high, this movie would be a lot better, so make sure if you're in Colorado and Washington, you need to see this movie because you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
This will be a movie you can thoroughly enjoy.
Load up on Hash.
That's Tusk. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell us what you think in the comment section. And, that'll be it.
Je m'appelle